Everyone's a self-claimed scholar now. Everyone's a self-claimed scholar.
Wow, how the hell?
Right, definitely.
Thank you. We've got it. So if you're going to talk about what did you do with your family? So if a man comes up to you and goes, you're Muslim, I'm going to attack you.
What's your belief?
I'm down there because I saw like a couple of men doing a movement. I saw gang down here, like, whoa. And I was like, yeah, gang. They were all about gang the new generation. And I was all about gang. And I got a 16-year-old daughter.
So you're involved in gang, are you?
Yeah, just helping out. It's like, because see when they come down there and they do a circle, and they speak and talk, you always want to try and find a way to help out your community and give back, and like, gang give you that sort of possibility to be like, ah, cool. You know, speak on the camera, say something positive that you can give back. Because I came back.
That sounds positive, man.
Me, I'm more like, you know, because I came in there and spoke about undiagnosed mental health within the, you know, hoods. You know, a lot of people don't understand they have mental health issues.
Yeah. Saying things like the azan is according to the battlefield and all this sort of thing, and saying that because we're
like praying, a lot of them has mental health issues, which is unaddressed.
Yeah, true. It's a big problem, isn't it? People don't want to admit it.
He's trying to even say,
you know, they'll just be angry all the time and not understand or feeling a certain way. And yet not think, maybe there's, you know.
So does gang sort of work on certain problems in the community and then tackle it, or is it?
They try and like sit down and talk it out, you know, without letting it get to that point when we're nice with them.
No, this one.
You know, they just want to talk and see if they can, you know, add new ideas to boost up the community. They go out, they do a lot of good work, you know. You know, respect.
I wanted to talk about what we were talking about earlier. What does Steve brings to Speaker's Corner, people like that?
Yeah, well, that's what we were discussing.
Does he bring anything positive, do you think, in your opinion, other than trying to police it?
We were discussing the motivation behind someone. So for me, you either come to Speaker's Corner because you have a belief and you want to tell people about it, or you want to come and learn about other people's beliefs. They're the only two side people I can see. But there seems to be like a new breed of people have coming down with like literally just to hate on, and I don't know, it's almost become popular to hate, and you can become popular really easily, especially if you hate Islam.
That's it.
You can build a little tiny social media platform, and to be honest, if you see the people that are building these platforms, I don't know, they seem a bit, I don't know what the word is, a bit lonely or something.
Questionable.
I think it's quite, it seems to be, I feel sorry for some of them.
You know what, yeah, because like I said, people were saying that, you know, I shouldn't speak to people like Steve. After today's experience, I agree. I actually wouldn't anymore. But all I wanted to ask him was, you know, what I tried to ask him was, why is he pushing this narrative like, oh, when we go to the Speaker's Corner, it's all about Islam. Now, if you want to talk about, hold on a second, if you want to talk about anything else, is anyone stopping you to talk about anything else? No. Now, if we want to talk about Islam, then it's up to us. This is Speaker's Corner. It's a free country. We can talk about it. Now, why are you trying to control, trying to change us? It's like you're trying to change our way, stop us.
And I'd make the point that, because my experience of Speaker's Corner, it's not just the Muslims that speak about Islam. All the Christians are talking about Islam. They're not even preaching their religion. So you see them, you'll see Hatun standing up just talking about the Quran. And I'll sometimes wait there, listen to see if she'll mention the Bible, and she doesn't. It's kind of, so it is, it's a hot topic.
Yeah, so when people like that keep on picking on Islam and say the negative, say the ones that give Islam a bad name, so to say. Like, it's not fair on him, do you understand? So I just wanted to pull him up, and he started going on, you know, that day when the far right lot came, and when like Mohammed Hijab was standing at the front, was saying, move back. Yeah. He was saying that, wasn't he acting like a general, like a war general?
He was saying hold the line. He was saying we should hold the line here. That's military tactics.
Yeah, but there were a lot of
military tactics.
There were a lot of young Muslims.
No, but that is a military phrase. Come on, if we were out in somewhere and I'd have said hold the line, you'll be like, wow, that's a bit of a military thing. What's going on?
Did you see it on the video? Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw the video.
And did you see it that way though?
Yeah.
Because did you see it that way?
Yeah.
'Cause I saw a lot of young Muslims getting very riled up, and I saw Mohammed Hijab actually controlling them and holding them back. That's what I saw.
He'll just say, stay here, wait. And he said, if we want to go forward, we will go forward. That's what he said as well. If we want to go forward, but for now, we'll just fall back.
No,
because
he
there
didn't
was
say that. You're
so.
lying there. No,
I
you're
swear
lying.
down. Watch the video. Watch the video.
He didn't say that.
Watch the video. He said we go back because we want to, but not because they push back. Because he wanted to still.
So
save
you suggesting
face.
that somehow Mohammed Hijab was having the option to go and attack?
He wanted to. He
there
wanted
didn't seem to be any
he
of that.
wanted to present the option that he could. You understand? He didn't want to understand
Okay,
that.
so he wasn't
this
backing
guy's
down.
Christian,
He wasn't
and
backing down,
he's
but ultimately, do you not
on
think
that
it
side.
was
So
a
remember, he's got an agenda.
Do you not think he
I
was
don't have
genuinely
an
trying to
agenda.
control?
Yes, you do.
No, but when you look at the video, when you look back at the video, it will be him there.
So why didn't he get that? Why didn't he get
It will
that?
be
And why
him
did you get
there
something
because
else?
you know how many videos there are. There's a video of someone attacking a police officer. Did you see that one?
Hold on a second, but do you know the truth about that?
Did you see
No,
that
no,
one?
No, hold on a second.
Yes, I did see that one.
That one where he
So
was
do you know
attacking
the
a
truth?
That was
police
Omar.
officer.
That was
you're
Omar.
lying
Yeah,
there.
did you see the whole
You're
thing?
lying
Yeah.
there. He
You
didn't
saw the whole
attack the
thing?
police officer.
What
He didn't-
happened there?
You know, you got
complete
clipped.
lie.
Yeah.
What happened was he wanted to defend another Muslim guy who the far right lot
Yeah,
came
and then he
attacked
turned
him.
around.
So what happened was his stick is hanging on his hand like that. He has a rope tied, yeah. So the moment the police officer grabbed Omar's back, he just reacted like that, straight away whacked. And do you know what happened? Do you know what the police did? He had £2,000 on him. Did you know they took it? They didn't give it back. Did you know that? He had £2,000 on him. Someone returned it to him. He basically borrowed them, and they paid him back. He met them on Sunday, paid him back or whatever, and they took his money.
Congratulations.
You know, really, it's a good behaviour.
It happens all the time.
Huh?
But can I just say, do you not give Mohammed Hijab credit? Because if he wasn't there at the front, what do you think would have happened?
If he
So
wasn't
you've
there,
got all these far right people shouting out, the prophet's this, the prophet's that, and you've got no one controlling it.
What
What
you
would
do,
you
you
rather?
don't-
So the
listen.
way I see it is that he actually manned up and actually took control of the situation.
if I was
You may
him,
see it as a. I
if
mean,
I was
he
him,
could have said attack, couldn't he? He could have said, right, we're going to go off.
You know, fool was there.
Well, he could have just left them. He could have just left them. He could have just left them.
No fool was there
He could have just
attacking
left them, couldn't he?
on those overwhelming numbers.
There were a lot of young Muslims at the front
Can I ask you
that
something?
were very angry.
There was
Very angry.
there was an overwhelming number. They had the whole park.
Who did?
Okay.
Who did?
You had the whole.
Who did?
They
Who
had
did?
the whole park.
Who did?
All the Muslims had that.
All Tommy Robinson and his boys had the whole
Okay.
park.
Yes.
They had the whole park, and that's the thing.
I wasn't here. It did look like there was a hell of a lot of
Yeah,
far right.
they had the whole park. They had the whole
Oh,
park.
the far right had the whole
Yeah,
park.
the far right
Okay,
had the
yeah,
whole
okay,
park.
yeah.
You get me? So for me to look, for me, as soon as I heard the far right was down there, I'm like, why am I going down there for? Why am me, hearing that the predominant people down there?
Yeah, and as a sensible person, yeah, I agree. I wouldn't have gone down either. But there may be some young Muslims that did go down. You know, and
But they were looking for something. They went down there looking for something. Because
Maybe
if
they
you're a
did.
smart person, you don't go to where there's a majority of your enemy and there's not enough of you.
yeah.
You want to go down there, and they did it. And if you watch it, there's a lot of saving face there.
Yeah.
You can't run us out of the
Yeah,
park.
and look,
sort of.
you're a sensible older guy, like, and you know we were talking about gang earlier.
Yeah.
If you had a bunch of black youths, they can be similar, can't they? If they're angry, they'll get riled up and turn up to somewhere where they shouldn't. Would you agree with that?
Of course, I'll say go home. Let's go home, everyone. Let's go home. I'm going home. Let's go home.
And that would work. They'd all go home.
If they don't go home and whatever happens to them happens to them,
Okay.
you have to understand that. That's to stay there
okay.
and to be like, I'm going to hold the line. And you don't want the overwhelming
That's it. The
mass
first one.
that was in this park that day.
So what do you think Mohammed Hijab should have done?
Everyone
Just leave
stay
it to
home.
it, leave it to
Everyone
it.
go home. Everyone now go home because you are clearly outnumbered, and they chased them all around the park.
Yeah, I agree with your point. I don't know why people turned up that day. If you know there's a big far right event, I'm not going to be there. I'm not
Exactly.
gonna
You're
be
going
there.
down
I'm not
there
gonna
to
be
stir
there. I'm
things
not
up.
gonna be there.
You want to go down there to be to stir things up. It's like me going to a KKK rally. I'm going to go down there and bring up a few black youths with me. And you, number one in your mind, you know there's going to be trouble.
And like I say, if there's a KKK rally, you probably know that there may be some youths on your side that may turn up.
Why are they
So
going
it's
there?
helpful to have elders there that will actually
It's
either
healthy.
help them
Or say, go home. Just
or
go
control
home.
them.
Just
Or
go
control
home.
them. Or control them.
Because it turned
If
bad.
Mohammed Hijab went, go home, I don't think that's good enough, is it?
It's
It's
just,
not- it's
no,
not
you just
enough.
say, look, everyone go home. You encourage them to go home. You see that you be the positive image. Because if those guys would have caught them as they were running through there, they would have beaten the crap out of them.
They would have beaten.
So can we clarify your claim of Mohammed Hijab is that is it that he shouldn't have done anything? He should have let them get on with it, or should he have done something differently, or what?
Everyone in the park had forewarning that this was going to happen.
Agreed.
Everyone had forewarning. So if you're looking at things saying, EDL, what am I going to tell my people now? Am I going to tell them, let's go there where there's going to be outnumbered, or tell my people stay home? Stay home right now. This is not a good time to be at the park. I read the message. I was like, I'm staying home.
Yeah.
I'm staying home. Tommy Robinson put it up on the thing. Yeah, I'm going to be down in Speaker's Corner. Why the hell am I going to be there?
Okay. And
you're just. Firstly, for me, they wanted to be protagonists. That's it. They wanted to go down there, save face, and just be like, yeah.
But according to Steve,
we're not scared. We're not scared, and we're here to be.
But on that day, and I don't know if you agree with this. On that day where a lot of far right came down, some Muslims did attend. And not everyone came, and there was very few, I think. Some Dawah characters did come and actually had good dialogues with the far right people. Did you see that?
That was over there.
But one thing,
I'm sure Ali Dawah have some talks here.
How early was that in the park? Was that before the match? Just
before and after. Before and after.
Because you're almost doing the far right a disservice by saying they're turning up like some kind of war.
No, it wasn't some kind of war.
The way I saw it is there were some idiot far right people and some young Muslims here, not idiot far right. Okay, so there were some far right people that were out of order and some Muslims out of order. Behind that, there were some reasonable far-right people with genuine concerns, and behind here, there's some Muslims that were just minding their business.
The thing is, you can't.
Mohammed Hijab is one of these, and he sees his young people confronting this group. He stands in front.
Did you see
and
the
he
video
says,
that he made?
Guys,
Did you see the video that he made before that? How his people were getting ready, warming up.
I didn't see that.
Boxing, getting ready to come down here that very day.
Is that true?
No, man.
Is that that's not true?
I didn't see that.
Are you going to say that?
No.
Are you going to say that's a lie?
Yes.
Okay,
No,
cool.
Because you know what? Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Where's
He's
the other
Steve.
guy?
He's
Where's
Steve.
Steve? He'll pull up the video upon you and show them, man, getting ready like he's prepared for war.
Training, yeah?
We're having a reasonable chat. We don't need Steve. We're having a good dialogue, aren't we? There's no stress here.
And he always walks around. That day, he wore his UFC hat.
Yes.
His UFC hat and his gum shield.
Any questions you want me to ask? It's going to cost you. Super chat.
And a gum shield.
No free questions.
I'm just here to observe.
I'll agree with that. That's silly.
I'm just here to observe.
I'll agree with that. That's silly.
Come on.
I agree with that point.
You know?
I agree with that point. Mohammed Hijab shouldn't be turning out with a gum shield or a
you're talking about the thingy
and the
on
UFC hat.
He didn't turn up with a gum shield on that day.
And the UFC hat.
And he even said it himself. He said
come down with a gum shield and a UFC hat. Why are you coming down with a gum shield?
He didn't wear the gum shield that day.
No, but he did wear the UFC hat.
Yeah.
But that still doesn't take away the fact that he stopped the young Muslims and he stopped trouble. Whether he's wearing, I don't care if he's wearing.
Look, certain actions in hindsight, hindsight is a wonderful thing, yeah.
You wouldn't go. Not a sense.
So now it's coming out. Now you're claiming that Mohammed Hijab was there to actually cause problems.
Why are you wearing a UFC hat?
That's not in the video.
He's got agenda. He's got his agenda already.
We've actually gone the way you want to go.
But that's the thing.
That's not fair. How's that fair? You're saying he's going like this. Stop. And you're saying that you're making out that he's there to UFC hat, gum shield. Let's beat them all up.
You know there's a verse, someone book one umyun, yeah? Deaf, dumb and blind. You know, when they choose to be deaf, dumb and blind.
Let's pull out the video.
Allah is describing people like this.
Let's pull out the video. Okay, now we can be disrespectful.
I'm not being disrespectful.
No, you just call me deaf, dumb and blind.
No, I'm not saying you.
No, but you just said like people like this. So
personally,
now you're being disrespectful.
No. If
you was having a perfectly good conversation. Now you're being disrespectful. Apologize. Apologize.
1 second.
Apologize.
No, I'm not going to apologize like that. No, I'm not going to apologize.
Don't be coming around here and trying to call man deaf and dumb.
No.
Well, put the camera away. Put the camera away.
Okay, look. Let's keep this reasonable.
No. Because you're trying to call man deaf and dumb.
No.
Walk away.
Let him explain what he meant. Let him explain what he meant.
Let me explain what he said.
Let me explain.
He already said what I heard.
Okay, let him explain.
You want me to explain to you what I meant?
I never heard him say you're deaf, dumb and blind.
5 minutes ago that I just heard.
No.
You want to explain what I've just heard?
Yes,
Come on.
you need to explain. You have an agenda.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Listen, my
No, I
point of
don't.
view. I'm giving you my point of view.
But I don't have an agenda.
Okay, wait. Then, do you want to hear my point of view?
Does anyone know my channel? Do I have a channel?
No,
What?
I'm not saying.
What's my agenda? What's my agenda? All I said, I saw the video. I said, why? I was there. I was going to come speak at school that day. I saw that there was going to be a bunch of far-right people here. I said, no, I'm not going because there will be trouble. And lo and behold, all the gang weren't down there.
They were not.
We weren't down there. We were far away. We were far away. We were far away. We were far away.
They were with us.
We were far away.
Are you
What? They were at the front line then?
Yes, they were with us.
On the side. What? Where they were? Where thingy was? Being like that. Were they there though? Were they there?
Yes.
Holding the line. Do you want to go?
Of gang were with
Okay.
us.
At the video.
Holding the line. I don't know which video.
Holding the line video.
I don't know which video you've seen. I don't know which one
You
you're
know,
talking about.
this mysterious video where the far right
No, he's
come
talking
down
about,
here.
you know when the FLA and all them lot came speaking with the Tom Robinson's crew, yeah? He's trying to say that Mohammed Hijab and stuff was wrong. And he's backing Steve, basically.
Why do you say they were wrong, G?
Who said they're wrong? Who said they're wrong?
If I saw anyone instigating violence that day was the white people.
Who said they're wrong
I saw
though?
Mohammed Hijab holding the crowd back and saying, guys,
Yeah, he was saying
don't
that
do nothing.
hold the line is a
Guys,
battle
yeah,
cry.
guys, don't be
It's
violent.
a military
Just stand your ground,
wording.
Don't be violent. That's what I heard him say, G. I'm just saying, like, I got to be honest here, you know what I mean? That's what we've heard on the videos, him say. I never heard Mohammed Hijab say start hitting these guys or fight them. Go on. So what? Is there a fight or that? I don't understand. You've seen that, G. I never seen Mohammed Hijab strike anyone, not incite no violence that they're nothing with.
Listen.
We could have, yeah.
See, we could have, if I wanted to, we could choose to penetrate the line.
Yes.
But if I want to.
Look behind the crowd.
But did he choose to do that?
Look behind the crowd. No,
Listen,
that's threatening talk. That's threatening talk, bro.
that's not.
It's like, look.
It is, in a way.
It's like me saying to
no.
you, I could bang you in your face.
No, do you know what he's? I get what he's saying, but to me, do you know he's talking to
He
the?
should have worded that better.
Where's that
No. Okay, yeah.
We'll
Okay.
hold the line here.
where's that
We'll hold the
video?
line here.
Where's that
He
video?
just said it.
Agreed.
He just said it. We'll
He
hold
said
the line
But he's
there.
talking to the police. So he's saying to the police, you don't need to act so harshly because we can go through if we want to, but we're not going to. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but
How's
that's
the military?
blatantly.
Okay, it's
that's
not
blatantly
ideal
aggressive
chat. It's
talk.
not ideal
It's
chat,
not-
but-
See, a minute ago, remember, I didn't say any of these things. Viggy didn't say any of these things. Now, we watch the video, he says all these things.
Hold on a minute, 1 minute.
So,
Say what things?
Are
What
you
things?
pro Tommy Robinson?
I'm not pro Tommy
I'm
Robinson.
just asking, I had to ask.
I'm not pro
See,
Tommy
we get the
Robinson.
energy
just
from
had
you.
to ask.
No,
I'm getting the
I
energy
get
from
the
you.
energy from.
'Cause you were
He
back in
went down
Steve
there
earlier.
and he was saying.
I
Very
think-
suggestive.
He shouldn't have said that.
Yeah,
I
but
agree.
see, man of sense here.
No, that's agreed.
Man of
but-
sense here.
But what I'm saying is, he did not incite violence.
What did Queen J
But what
say?
I didn't
I
say
know what you're
incite
saying.
violence.
I know what you're saying.
I never said incite
I know
violence.
what
All
you're
I'm
saying. He
saying
should have
is,
worded that better.
yeah, he's
But
saying things
that
which
might be
can
slip
come
of the tongue, bro.
across-
In the heat of the
No.
moment.
But in our conversation, we had a nice conversation. It started off where you were saying that he
Queen
was
J,
stopping
can
the
you
line.
repeat that message again? I didn't see it, man.
But
holding it.
it was holding a line, and you were sort of in a war kind of way.
Yeah, it wasn't, man.
Yeah, and I said he's
But
holding the line.
which
He said,
we
"Hold the
spoke
line."
about. But all of a sudden, you then made it out that Mohammed Hijab's goal was to actually attack.
Because
that's what you went.
I
You
didn't
moved
say-
position
no,
to that
he
kind
said,
of.
I told you what I said.
There's no sign of him attacking there.
No,
Okay,
there's no,
I agree.
didn't
I
say he
agree.
attacked. I said what
Can
he
you
said
carry the
was,
video on?
if we wanted to
And show
attack,
the
if we
white
watched
brothers
on
attacking
replay,
us.
I
With
said,
sticks and that. Can you carry on? Show all of that.
I said, yeah. He said, if he wanted
That's my
to,
point, bro.
he can. That's what I said. If he wanted to attack,
Yeah.
and that for me, if I'm there, if I'm the police, listens down saying, wait a minute, this guy's trying to agitate.
And let me tell you something.
This
Go on, go on.
This guy,
Let me just say one thing. You know what? He should have chose his words better, but do you know all he was doing was stating facts. There was only like 2 policemen between everyone.
That's my
No,
point.
no, no,
That's
there
my
wasn't
point.
Yeah, I
two.
agree.
There wasn't
No,
two
that was-
policemen.
Even if there was 10, bro, there was 100 of people there.
Look, we have
Yeah?
the,
So
we
they
have
can
the
really
video.
just push through, innit?
Look, if
I've
they
been a
don't,
security guard before,
look how many,
and 20
no,
people
but
have
look
pushed
how
past
many
the door
people are
and gone
behind.
in.
And look
how
at this
many-
situation. Look at this situation, and you're judging Mohammed Hijab. He's a
He's
young
actually
man.
calming
No,
the
but you're like
situation.
he should be like all righteous.
No.
He's going to be
First of all,
heated.
first of
isn't
all,
he?
if I was there, if that was me, I wouldn't
Bro,
be
you gotta
there.
hold your own.
I wouldn't be in
I'm
the
with you on
first
that.
Brother, you gotta hold your own though. No one can
When
tell
you
you
go
not to
into
do
a
that.
situation where you know you're in trouble, when you know you're in trouble, it's like I watched the
there you go.
I watched the video by Snoop Dogg, not Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube. Ice Cube and his friends were gonna go go out, and he says, and one of his friends says, before we go out, quick, get your gun. Gun, I don't want to go.
Okay. So if you know there's loads of youths going there who you care about, will you not go then still?
No, but that's the thing. He can control the youth. He can say, don't go there. He can speak to the Islamic community on the whole. Listen, my brothers, there may be a sign of danger. Don't go there.
And I can tell you, as a Muslim, I know that people were saying not to turn up that day. People were turning up.
I want to say another thing as well.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to say another thing as well.
I'm not saying it like I'm chatting air.
No. I get your point of view as well.
I'm just saying,
the energy.
if he was protecting his people, he would have said, look, let's not do this.
In a perfect world, yes, but it's not a perfect world.
No, how do you mean?
I get everything you're saying.
In hindsight, I agree. What you're saying.
I get everything you're saying, apart from claiming that Mohammed Hijab was there to incite violence.
As well, do you understand?
No, it's not about being weak.
We disagree on his intention. I think Mohammed Hijab had good intentions. Whether he was right or wrong, or whether he did where you wore UFC.
No, Kunjay, please, can you tag your question again,
question,
please?
His intention was to try and actually stoke up trouble and to actually get, which I'm surprised at, because there's no evidence.
Because he wanted to be there, as he just said, to show that we're not weak.
We're not though.
We're not though. We can't show.
No one said you are weak.
But we have to show them.
No,
They think we're weak.
we
can't let them walking all over us.
You weren't shown that you were weak.
I don't think that was his intention. I don't think that was his intention.
Who's you lot?
Who's you lot?
That's weak. I saw them man
Who's
running.
you lot, brother?
What? Sorry, not you. I know you don't say.
What I'm saying is,
But them man
you're talking about, we're running.
Wait, what's weak? Say that again.
Them man was so
Who was
very
running?
weak.
Who was running?
All them boys there. They were running
Muslims?
across the, they were running across
So
the
wait, no, hang on. So now you've dug a hole.
later
Now
on.
listen, you first said they should have all gone home, and now you're cussing them for running.
For running,
So
because they shouldn't have
make
been
your
there.
mind up.
No, because they shouldn't have been there in the
Okay,
first
so why
place.
say these men were running when
They were
when
running because they didn't.
when you're saying
because
that would be your advice?
I only said to him. He said, "Oh, we were there to not be to show that we're not weak." And I said, "But that backfired on you because you looked weak running through the park."
Who ran? I didn't see anyone.
All them man, they were running through the park when they were chased, when they were getting
You mean Shia
violent.
Blade Runner one? That one? Which one are you talking about? I don't understand. You talking about Shia Blade Runner? That wasn't nothing to do with.
No.
It was the same
That
day,
night,
same day.
that day, when they were running over jumping over the rails and running through the park.
The far right was chasing them.
Yeah.
I didn't see that, man.
That happened, and they
didn't
were
see that.
hightailing it through there. And if you
Aki, 100 of them come, I ain't running, innit? 1,000 of them come, I ain't running. I stand in my ground, bro. And all Muslims should do that. I don't know what this brother
We
saying.
shouldn't agitate, but we're
Yeah,
not going
but
to show
just stand your ground and don't be backing down.
That's it.
Just stand your ground, innit? Don't attack no one. Just stand your ground.
You know what? I do agree with a lot you're saying. Like I said, other than your claim that Mohammed Hijab was there to stoke up trouble, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. But that's where we disagree.
He went there with the
All this thing
UFC
about
hat
these
on.
guys ran there, this guy is all detailed.
That's like picking, nitpicking.
Them man came in their Stone Island jackets.
Do you
came
know?
with their
No,
boats.
but do
You know
you
what that
know?
means,
Wait,
innit?
do you
The
know
hooliganism
that he's
that
offered
goes
that
with
so
that. You know
many
what I'm saying?
people
Tell me
in
about
this
the
park?
culture.
Yeah, no, I agree.
No, do you know that he's offered that? He's actually
going on something else.
He's actually fought Tommy Robertson, yeah,
What's your name, my brother?
doing wrestling.
Now you're going on something else.
I'm not
now.
going on something else. I'm going on what this guy's
was wrong.
mantra
We
is.
agree here.
This guy's mantra. This guy.
And can I mention one more point, because I've admitted that some of the Muslims were out of line. You haven't said one thing about the far right in this whole chat. All your whole chat has been about the Muslims misbehaving. And the far right who are there shouting out the prophets. You haven't said one, but you haven't chosen
At the end of the day,
to say one thing
but
about
people,
them.
but you have to see this is Speaker's Corner, and people have the freedom to
All
say
right,
whatever
so they have the
want.
freedom.
You have
All
to,
right.
no, because
Why is it that every
but that's
Sunday
what
we
you're
come
right.
here, 1
You
second.
have to have the freedom to say
Yo, G.
your own rhetoric.
Gee, why is it every Sunday
I
you're
can't say,
speaking
oh,
now?
you can't say
Yeah,
that.
and there's not that much police
Okay,
here.
okay.
But when them man come, you have to get so much police.
So the far right
It's because of them, innit?
weren't
I'm
creating a
trying to
line
explain
and
to you,
coming
brother.
this
He's
way.
speaking now because he knows the Muslims are not going to attack him.
Yeah.
But when they come, you need police.
That's it.
I agree.
Pre-planned it with
I know
all
that's
the
my
people.
point,
They
bro.
knew exactly what they were doing. They came down here. They knew. They all planned. They all got the email, all got the memo, all got the texts, all got the WhatsApp groups, and they all came down. It was planned. Everyone else knew. I knew. I was like, no, I'm not going down.
So you think there shouldn't have been a Muslim on site, and if they do, they deserve to be, it's their fault.
Why
But the
should
far
you
right
stop?
have a freedom of speech and they can do what they want. You're
No, but here's
painting a
the
very
point. No, but here's the
one-way
point. There were
argument.
other Muslims in the parks, you know that. There were other Muslims in the parks, but they were on the sidelines. They were on the sidelines, but why weren't they over there in that?
Can I just see, just for my own sanity, can I hear you say anything about the far right that you disagreed on that day?
I can't, because it's freedom of speech in the speaker's corner. You can't even. You can't.
Did you see one of the far right guys punching the Muslim guy in the face?
Oh, I didn't see that video.
Oh.
At the end of the day, I condemn violence on both sides. But at the end of the day,
retaliation.
don't be sitting there throwing a gas canister on a fire and don't think it's not going to blow up in your face.
I don't get that. Hold on a second.
You don't get that. Okay, let me repeat it again. Don't throw a gas tank on an open flame and don't be surprised when it blows up in your face.
Okay, who was
now, if you go to a right-wing rally, don't be afraid, don't be surprised when your head gets kicked in.
Now you're talking about the other day one.
Don't be surprised when your head gets kicked in. Don't be surprised.
I get
Do
that.
not.
I get
Don't
that.
be, I'm here to save face and things.
Now you're going.
Are you justifying racism and violence?
Listen, don't go where you're not wanted. Because when you go somewhere where you're not wanted, then you get your ass kicked. Like, you don't want me there. Because you knew you weren't wanted there.
Yeah, I know, man.
So
So we can't go where we want to.
Pardon?
Are we not British?
No, but I'm saying, if you know there's a predominant crowd of people who hate your ass.
Are you talking about when they went today and he got
Yeah, he's talking about that.
Can I answer that?
Who hate
They
your
were
ass.
invited over.
No, but that's
They
a
were
joke
invited.
thing. Why are you taking invitations from your enemy to go talk at their rally?
Can I give you
There's more nuance
There's
than that.
security there. It's supposed to be a peaceful
That's where
event.
stupidity
But can I
comes
give
in.
you let me give you a situation. Tell me.
They were gonna go and do
Let's say,
intellectual.
let's say I call a Muslim rally at Speaker's Corner. I want all the Muslims down because we're tired of the far right. Are you saying that any far right person that turns up deserves what they get?
If they get the memo, if they understand there's going to be a
Really,
whole
so they can't
load
come to
of
Speaker's
Muslims.
Corner? Because but you're making it sound like they came down just to speak.
No, be safe.
Yeah.
On one hand,
No,
condemning the other
it's like
side, I'm shocked.
it's like the London
And he
riots.
says,
It's like the London
I don't
riots,
think.
yeah?
I'm asking him to part of
If
gang.
you
I don't
know,
know.
they're
Yeah,
rioting
there you go.
in Piccadilly Circus.
I don't get it.
Will you
I wouldn't go.
It's a nice time to go to a bar there, love. You know, it's a great time to go. You wouldn't. Common
that.
sense
I get that.
would tell you this is a hostile environment,
Yeah.
and to go down there would be an escalated element. You would be a.
But here's the flaw in your argument to me, because you're making the far right out, yeah, they deserve their free speech, like they can come and talk. But on the other hand, you're saying, well, they're hostile, so no Muslim should go near them.
No, I'm saying
That's what you're saying.
that
So you're
if
painting
you
your.
know- if you know that situations are volatile, would you go
Why
to
should it be
Afghanistan?
volatile?
Would
Why
you
should
go
it be
to
volatile?
Afghanistan now?
The way you're painting out, why is it volatile? They
No,
come and do their
because
freedom
it
of
wasn't-
speech. Why is it volatile?
No, because it was a rally. It wasn't just a few choice members. It was a huge.
So Muslims should have all stayed at
it was
home
a
for their own
huge-
safety.
Yes. For your own safety, for the fact that you saw how it
I don't
kicked
agree.
off.
I don't agree on that. This is
You
Speaker's
saw
Corner
how
for
it
everyone.
kicked. No, Speaker's Corner wasn't for everyone.
And the Muslims,
that day.
the Muslims that chose to come are stupid and they deserve to be fronted by the far right.
Can I ask you something? Are you?
You get what you deserve. What? I don't support Tommy Robinson. I understand. As a black man, I don't go to certain areas.
I get that. I get that.
I don't go
I
to
get
certain
that.
areas because I know I won't be coming home
Yeah, I
alive.
get that, I get that.
Do you
I
understand
agree with
that?
that, I get
So
that point.
for me to now not say, go into a certain, like, why I'm allowed to go I can go anywhere I want. I'm going to go to the deepest parts of Essex and chill out and hang out.
That's what they say.
situation.
Now you're talking about
What?
no-go zones.
Because
but
you're
this-
talking
no.
about freedom of speech
This
area.
is a no-go zone.
No, but this park here, I'm saying to make you imagine a situation, this park that day was a strict no-go zone. Strict.
Why? If they just were doing freedom of speech.
Because you know it's going to be a stoking the flames of a feud.
So why shouldn't we go? Why
It
should they?
was
Why shouldn't they
stoking
go?
the flames of a feud.
Sorry,
That's
man,
all.
like-
If you're not going, listen. If you know that it's going to be busy, it's going to be a ton of people. You'll come that do not like you. Period. Period. They automatically think you're the
I
enemy.
disagree with you, and I think you're wrong. You know why? Let me explain to you why. The far right, some of them actually have genuine concerns. Do you agree with that? They're not all thugs. There were like 20 thugs in the front line. The rest were actually there with genuine concerns. So what's wrong with Muslims turning up, debating with them, and actually talking it out, and that happened, and there was actually good discussions for that reason.
Yeah, there are small
So
pockets.
I think your description of the far right.
No, I'm talking about when there were other far right people down there who were talking with other people on the outskirts of the park. But as far as this main part here, this here was pandemonium. Was crazy.
I remember what you're talking about.
Were you here? Were you here?
No, why would I be here?
Exactly. So how do you know?
Because I watched it. Yeah.
Videos didn't get 100%.
Why would I watch? No, I can see the crowd of people. You can see the crowd. You can see the whole thing. If you
So
watch
were
the
the
video,
whole far right people all angry people? Were they all
it
angry?
was a hostile situation.
Only the front lines on both sides.
It was a hostile situation. It turned hostile. They were running for their lives at one point. They were running for their lives at one point. And to actually think, well, I'm going to go down there and bring a small handful of people and think to save face.
Yeah, look, I think it's been interesting your point, and I've agreed with what you said. But I think the problem is your argument is so lopsided. Like SALAAM said, there does seem to be an agenda there. Because
there is no agenda.
There is because why can't you say that the far right were wrong for them being in the front?
Because it was there.
Why can't? What's stopping you condemning the far right? But condemning the Muslim
violence
side
on any side
and
is
blaming
wrong.
Mohammed Hijab. One guy at the front is going like this.
To be,
I don't understand it.
To be there at that particular point for one day out of many a time in the park, you pick to go down there on that day and to be there into that particular circumstances, that is no coincidence.
Okay, saying I decide to turn up, what's going to happen to me?
For when?
Saying I turn up to their rally, I see the far right, I turn up because I want to talk to them and discuss. What's going to happen to me?
Nothing's going to happen to you.
But you just said you shouldn't
Nothing's
turn
going to
up.
happen to you.
Why?
Obviously
I'm a Muslim.
No one's going to see that from the outskirts, are they?
Okay, if I say I'm a Muslim, I want to discuss your issues with the far right, what's going to happen to me? Am I going to get my head kicked in?
No, because it's
this is the picture you're painting.
No, but you don't understand is, what I'm trying to explain is, this is far right.
And hold on, another thing.
This is far right.
Another thing.
We know what far right means.
Okay,
we know what people stand for the far right, and to walk in that and to come down here was complete stupidity.
Okay, that's your opinion. But
complete and utter.
Okay,
No,
listen,
if he's got his ass kicked and his head bust, I would have gone, you deserved it. Because who told you to take yourself there when that was going on? You know how many times I've had my head bust, and my mum said, why did you drag yourself there for? Why are you dragging yourself out of your house? Why are you dragging yourself out of your house? Go down such and such. Thought you were a bad man. Get what you get. Now you're coming back home crying to me. I didn't tell you to go there. That's your own fault. No, it's not about being shook. When you put yourself in that situation, don't be pissed about the outcome.
But we wasn't though. No one wasn't pissed.
Don't be pissed about the outcome.
Anyway, let me just go back to the other thing. You know the someone.
No, that was shit that was going to happen. Not shit happens sometimes. Okay. That was shit that was going to happen. I would have betted everything I have on it. That it was going to kick off.
You know that verse?
I'm past that.
Okay, no, I don't want to offend you.
Don't worry.
No, but let me explain something. I didn't say it that way. Basically, Allah says in the Quran, you're not really blind, you're not really dumb, or you're not deaf. Basically, there are some people, they have such a barrier in their hearts and their eyes. It's like they hatred. I'm not saying you hate, I'm just saying.
I don't have a hatred. Okay. What I'm trying to say is, he shouldn't have been there
I'm not talking about that.
at that particular time.
I'm talking about my comment that you probably said the stuff. I was calling you. There's a verse. Basically, only Allah can remove that barrier that they have. Yeah. It's light. Allah said it's light. They're deaf, dumb, and blind. I wasn't calling you deaf, dumb, and blind. Do you understand? I was saying like you are deaf and you are dumb, you are blind. I'm saying these are Allah describes these people. No matter if they see, until Allah removes that veil, for example, they're never going to see. It's like they're deaf, dumb, and blind. So I get that impression from you that you have something against Islam.
I've never mentioned anything about Islam. Never have I said anything like the Quran,
But you're
Prophet,
condemning the
anything.
far right,
No,
that's what
but I'm not. Listen, I'm saying
No,
this.
no, not the
What
free
I'm saying
speech,
is,
their actions.
no.
He's saying if the opposite happened and the far right came to your thing and the same happened, he would tell the far right too. You deserve
Yeah, I get
it.
that. I get
So
that
this
bit.
is what he's saying.
I get that bit.
I'm
So
not
he's not
being
against no one.
I'm
Yeah,
not being
I get that
against
bit.
anyone.
What does the
I'm-
far right stand for to you?
The far right stands for ain't no black in the Union Jack. You get me?
So you don't think it was an anti-Islamic kind of march?
Huh?
You don't think it
Yeah,
was
if it's
an
white, it's all
anti-Islamic
right. You know, that's what I get from their rhetoric and their
Why
movement.
should I get somebody?
You know, some of them may not be, granted. They just
Well, I
they just
think
do the fact
they're
that-
claiming at the moment.
There's
that
nothing
it's
else
not
to
black,
record
is it?
here, look.
They're not against
Yeah,
it.
everyone's gone.
They're more against the grooming.
There's
Well,
nothing
they
here
not, I
else
think
to
when
record,
Taz said
guys.
the N-word, weren't
This
they
is it.
completely against it. And,
Yeah.
so it's the grooming and the terrorism. So they're out to get that. They're out to discuss that, aren't they?
Yeah. They're out for that. But at the end of the day.
And what do you
have-
think? Do they have genuine concerns?
Do they have? No, they don't have genuine concerns. They've been built up on rhetoric and misformation.
So how do we stop that? How do Muslims who are being portrayed as groomers, terrorists, if they don't confront them and speak to them, how do we stop them? Do we just give them their own platforms? And I'm not saying we take the platforms away, but I don't know. The way you're making it sound is like that they should just have their own thing. Everyone should stay away, and then. Like I say, it's a very. I've
but
enjoyed
that's the
talking to you, but as we've gone on, it seems a very one-sided narrative that you're
Freedom of
giving.
speech has to be. Freedom of speech has to be.
But Muslims
upheld
don't get
for
freedom of
both
speech
sides.
that day. So why can't they? Why
At
can't
both
Muslims
sides,
turn up?
no,
Why can't Muslims turn
no,
up?
but come on.
That's where freedom of
Come
speech
on,
gets wrong for me.
300
It's like
come on.
Muslims don't get freedom of speech, but everyone else can.
No, but you do get. They get a run of the park.
Nah,
And most of
run
the
of
day,
park.
you get a run of the park.
Oh my God, see
No,
what I
come
mean?
on.
That's
come
why you were
on.
backing Steve earlier.
You get the
I
run,
get you now.
You get a run of the park.
What does that
How
mean?
do you
Am I saying
feel
it's a
about that? How do you
negative?
feel
Am I
about
saying
that?
it's a negative?
That's not wrong.
Am I saying it's a negative?
No, 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 no.
Am I saying
that's
it's
wrong.
a,
That's
you get
wrong.
you get a
What
run
do
of
you
the
mean?
park?
Okay,
now?
okay. Can you define that? What you mean, run of
As
the
in,
park?
the majority of people down here are Muslims.
So what's wrong with that?
Is it
I didn't
true-
say there's
is
anything
it
wrong.
true
Did
a
I
lot-
say?
But-
No, but you're
that's
trying to
not
make
wrong.
it sound like
no,
it's
no,
wrong.
No, 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 no. I'm having a
I'm not
discussion with
saying
you,
it's
man.
wrong.
Are there a lot
I'm
of
trying to
Muslim gang
Bro,
members?
why are you
Huh?
taking it negative? I'm trying to
Yeah,
have a
there's a
discussion with
few.
you. I'm trying to have a discussion with you.
Yeah, well, I
Basically-
feel that you're implementing words and trying to say,
No, no,
what's
okay.
your thing against this? I said no. I said they get a run of the park because there's a lot of them there.
But that- it's
I'm
a
not saying
negative
it's a
term.
bad idea.
Run
I don't
of the
think
park.
it's
What do you
there.
mean by that?
I know they're Ackies. So the point is,
No, I'm only asking
I'll
because
be
it
up
seems to
here,
me that you
see-
disagree with the far right's views. You disagree with them. So they're not like an organisation that are like, great, you just get on with it. They're actually preaching hate, aren't they? You're against what they're about.
Of course.
So for Muslims to turn up that day, I don't really see
It's
because this whole conversation you've been like, let them have their day. It's your own fault. If you turn up and anything happens,
That's
it's your
it.
fault.
Because you can't go to somewhere where the majority.
All right,
are
you've just said
against-
Speaker's Corner's majority Muslim, so anyone else, if
But
someone comes
that's the
along
thing, I'm not coming
and
down
we
here
beat them up, that's their
I'm
fault.
not coming down here doing negative things. I'm not coming down here saying,
Neither are Muslims though. No, but we use Muslims are turning up and just saying,
I'm
I'm
not
Muslim.
coming down here, and I'm not worried about that. But you must understand, when your direct enemy is coming down
She's
here,
not my
in
cousin
a
like that,
mass,
bro, whoever you are. She's just from
in
the
a
same
mass,
village. That's why I called her a cousin.
Do not be there. It's best
Okay.
to certain situations like that. You don't have to walk
And can
into.
we agree that situation, nothing much happened? If you consider there were Muslims there, far right there, I mean, you're painting out like there'll be, a lot of, fights and stuff. There
They
was
kicked
hardly
off,
anything.
though.
There was hardly
They were
anything.
chased out of the park.
There was hardly anything.
There was a chase though.
Oh, come on,
They
compared
ch-
to what that
there
could
was a
be, there was
chase out of the
hardly
park.
anything.
There was a
hardly
chase out of the
anything.
park.
Have you got the video? Can you show that? I haven't seen that video.
See,
that,
how can
the
you
far
say?
right chasing
But you
the
can't
other
say
park.
he hasn't seen it. They will run out the.
No, I just want to see which one do you. Which
Oh,
one?
you have
when
to
did the
watch
far
that.
right-
You have to
which
watch that
channel
in
is
your
it on?
own
Come on.
time.
Which channel is it on? Do you
Because
remember?
first of all, you said he didn't say hold the line. I did say he said hold the line. First, he did.
No, I didn't hear that specific.
I said if he wanted to, he could force his way through. And you said no, he did not say that. And when he pulled that to the video, he did do that.
I
So
never
do
said
you
he
want to
didn't
be?
say
that. No,
Do you
no,
want to
no,
be
no.
number? Do you want to be 3-0?
No, no,
He's
no,
a
no,
straw
no.
man.
Listen to
No
me.
one
Hold on a
said
second.
that.
Hold on.
Do you want
hold
to
on.
be 3-0?
No, 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 no.
Do you want to be
I said that.
3-0?
No, no, hold on.
Okay, you don't want to be 3-0.
No, no, wait. You said,
don't
he
wanna be-
said, hold the line. That's a military
That's
phrase.
a military phrase. Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. When you showed us, Muhammad Hijab said to the police, if we wanted to, we could, but we're not going to. He didn't say,
But wait.
hold the line
Wait,
the way
anyone,
you said it.
if
The
anyone
specific
said
wording.
to anyone, bruv, if I wanted to bang you in your face, I could bang you in your face. Is he going to go, oh my God, that is not negative rhetoric at all?
That is negative, yes, that's negative.
Not a fighting
That's
talk
specific,
at all.
no, but he didn't say bang. He didn't say bang though, innit?
No, I'm saying if he wanted to, I can charge through. You're trying to save face.
No, but he was
too
trying to
much face saving.
No,
He is. He blatantly is.
He's trying to show, yeah, we're not a walkover, but we're not
you
going
were a
to.
walkover.
Huh?
If they decided to, if
You
they
know what? I
wanted to
saw
walk
that. You
over
showed
you,
me.
They would walk
He's talking
over
to the
you.
police. He's saying to the police,
No,
you
he's
don't
talking
need,
to
you
no.
don't need
His
to do
back's
this.
to the camera. He's facing the camera. Remember, he's facing the
but
camera,
one thing-
and he's saying
do you know
that.
that?
He said, if you want to, and
If he's facing the camera, you're saying he's speaking for the Muslims then?
Yeah.
He's facing the Muslim side.
and if we wanted to, we could. So that's saying, if you want to charge, we're not scared. We can do this if we want. And like, what's that?
Okay.
If you're the enemy and you hear that, you're like, well, who these guys think they are? They think they're bad.
Okay. So let's say I agree with your point that Mohammed hijab was stoking up them to go through. What's your opinion on the far right if they're doing the same thing the other side? Because they were shouting out some evil stuff as well, weren't they?
Yeah, of course they were shouting at evil stuff. But why? Now, for hypothetical sense, what if they weren't there?
Who weren't there?
Mohammed hijab weren't there.
If Mohammed hijab wasn't there, I think there would have been probably on that instance, from the looks of it, more trouble.
If they weren't there, if he weren't there, and
It wasn't just Mohammed hijab. It looked like there was Ali Dawah. It looked like there were a few of the older guys that were holding back the young guys.
them, if they weren't there, all their boys weren't there, if they listened to the email that they were going around, don't go to the park because of this, and thought, that's a good idea, and they stayed there, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, and you're going to get young Muslims turning up. Because like you said, the far right is saying awful
They're
things
dumb
about
then.
them.
That's dumb.
Okay, they're dumb, but
That's
you know
dumb.
they think they're standing up for Islam, and
dumb.
it's the wrong move.
That
Me
is-
and you wouldn't go,
That's very
they've
dumb.
gone.
Come on, you get invited to speak at a far right wing and you're going to tap. That's dumb. That is dumb. That's stupidity on the highest level. Highest level. It's like Farrakhan going to a KKK rally.
Nah, you're exaggerating now.
That's the same thing. And they got punched up.
Who got punched up?
Them guys, when they were out, when they went for the rally to talk, and they were invited, and they was like, oh, this person invited me. And there was I was like, no, you were duped. Soon as they got there, flinging punches.
And any Muslim that turned up got punched
He went there as
deserved.
well.
They were flinging.
He's black.
What?
He went there as well.
No, but he's content over everything. Do you understand?
Oh my God.
Everyone knows
You proved
content
my
over
point there,
everything.
man. You proved my point there, man.
What? Everyone knows content.
Don't worry,
What?
man. Don't worry.
Exactly. They're not gonna trouble that, are they? But when you go invited based to talk at a far right wing movement at their rally, you're gonna go there in your suit and tie. The two of you. I instantly saw you're gonna get beat up, and I didn't see it. And when I saw the rest of the video, what happened to them? They got dealt with. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I am ignoring.
No,
What
they
can I
talk about the
say?
time
There's
when they
nothing
came
else
down
to
Speaker's
record.
Corner.
No, when they were asked to go up there.
Oh, when they went to there? Oh,
Yeah.
right. Is that what we're talking about then?
No, we changed subjects.
Oh, we changed it. Oh,
we
sorry,
changed it
I'm,
when they got
late.
called
Yeah.
out again. After that happened,
Yeah.
then they got called out again,
Yeah.
and they.
Look,
and they didn't
look,
understand
look,
the
look,
first
hold on, let me
time.
give you some
Look, the
context,
far
yeah.
right don't like you. Craig,
It wasn't the
right,
cleverest
you
thing
came
we
down.
did,
The second
but-
thing is you got invited to a far right thing. Don't you understand from the first time? The far
But
right
you're
don't
arguing
like
a different point now.
No,
I don't
what
agree
I'm
with.
trying to
I don't agree
no,
with that.
What I'm trying to say is, both
But Ali
sets-
Dawah was invited to speak.
Yeah, of course he was invited.
So they
He
went
was
along.
He was set up.
They went along, and
set
I think-
you
No,
were
it wasn't
set
a setup.
He was.
It wasn't
When
a
he
setup.
went there, what did they say? No, we have no recollection of this.
No, they lied.
You
because
have
they
no.
lied.
No.
He was on the list. He
Then
was
they
on the
got.
video.
Then they
He
got
was on the
set up.
list.
Then.
He was on the list.
Then they got set up. Then.
No.
That they got set up. Then.
A freedom of speech rally over there. Freedom of speech for everybody. Yeah. No, but can you see? He shouldn't have called it.
If you guys, anyone wants to see the full video of what we're talking about, I recorded it live. Just go to the Young Muslims Network, TYM #SALAAM. You will see it. The full video is live.
What am I doing in this
Yeah,
area?
but do you know what? If they call it a freedom of speech rally, Ali Dawah is going to take the opportunity to go, okay, let's test it. If this is true freedom of speech, because we all know Tommy Robinson is using freedom of speech as a tool to sort of get by his racism. Do you agree with that?
freedom of speech in the way that they want to.
Because they're selective. Tommy Roberts is very selective with his freedom of speech, isn't he? As he proved. But what that did is that they proved, because Ali Dawah wasn't able to speak, and because of all that, it did prove a point, didn't it?
Yeah, it proved
that
the point
it wasn't
that
a freedom of speech rally, it was a far right rally.
He set him up to come down
it
there
was
to
a
show
far right
you.
rally.
He set him up to say, come down there, look, this is what we think of your fucking free speech.
But were you bringing up Mohammed Hijab's behaviour in that as a point?
Everything we're talking about, the video's live on my other channel.
Why are you going to places where you know it's not your people's there? You understand? Why is man from south going to an Eastman raid? And there's only two of you.
You tell me, why do you think Ali Dawah went? You tell me, what's Ali Dawah's intention for going to speak at a rally?
He went there to speak.
Do you think he's going to cause trouble?
No, I didn't say he went there to cause trouble.
But you're saying why go there? You tell me, why do you think Ali Dawah went there?
He went there to talk about Islam.
I don't know. Where else to record, guys? That's it.
Talk about how he doesn't agree with the grooming
gangs.
Yeah. He went there.
There you go. So he went to say his piece. So you agree with him going?
The enemy, the people who invited him, had other plans in mind.
Yeah.
Other plans in mind.
So is your point that Ali Dawah shouldn't have gone?
He shouldn't have gone and saw it as a setup.
Okay. So it was a silly mistake?
Yeah, of course, it's a silly mistake.
All right.
No one's here saying...
Look, this is different. If we're talking about silly mistakes, it's a lot different to you saying Mohammed Hijab was stirring up hate by bringing a crowd to
What I'm saying,
if you say, these are young men, Mohammed Hijab and Ali Dawah are young men. To me, it's all about their intentions. Mohammed Hijab and Ali Dawah have good intentions.
I feel that you intended to cause some sort of altercation at this event, because if you're going to a place where you're not, where you know the people there are already stoked up on the Muslim grooming gang.
Let's see if you're consistent.
That's why I was backing Steve, guys.
So you admitted that Speaker's Corner is mostly Islamic. You said, there's lots of Muslims here, yeah?
Yeah.
So when Danny or James Goddard comes down with their camera and they shout out, Mohammed's a paedophile and do that. So these are far right characters. When they come down here, do they deserve to get punched?
If someone hits them.
You think they deserve to get hit?
What?
You think
Why are you down here trying to stir it up for?
Yeah, so you think
you're
James...
asking for trouble, though.
Yeah, do they deserve to get... If they get hit... If they get hit...
If you're going somewhere...
No, but I want to see, because before you were saying freedom of speech. You were saying it's a freedom of speech.
When you go somewhere and you are outnumbered and you shouting out or all this anti-Islamic thing in an Islamic situation and you get your head taken off, which it has been...
No, these far right characters turn up and people debate with them and talk
but we've had people down here get attacked for...
So your motto is only turn up if you've got the same amount of men.
No, but we've had people down here getting attacked with it. Because we've had people down here. There's plenty of them.
Man, people come down here with the most vile things about Islam, and you see them. They're single man sometimes on their own saying it.
And then what happens to them?
Look at Tan.
Things happen.
Look at Tan.
Look how many times he got attacked.
Attacked? What? It kicked on. I mean,
look how many times he got attacked. He had his iPad stolen off him. He had things.
All right.
Well,
and what did he do? Let's go. He said he was going to reduce the population for Muslims. Yeah. Don't know if you were aware of that. He said he masturbated on the Quran. He said he masturbated on the Quran and he threw it on the floor. So for that, what would you expect someone to do to someone like that? So he didn't get really attacked, did he, for what he did? He was allowed to do what he wanted.
Yeah.
He was allowed to do what he wanted. Because someone might have gone like that or pushed him or something like that. Come on, man.
He still got attacked. Attacked.
Like what?
He still got abused. He still got assaulted.
By who?
He still got.
By who? When? Where was this he got assaulted?
You never saw the video?
No.
Come on, man. Look, be consistent. Your whole point was we're talking.
No, you never see him get. Okay.
So we're talking about. You're talking about.
You never saw it. The content see that Tan got attacked when he was in the park. He got a kick.
Yeah, he was here.
He got a kick. He was getting pushed.
No, he hasn't got kicked.
What? Tan never got attacked when he was in the park.
No, he did get kicked. He did get. But this guy, he's saying. Sorry, not to be rude. This guy's saying. You're saying that if a Muslim person comes down here during a far right rally and he gets hit, that's fine. But my point was, Tam was here for 6 months or more doing it.
It's not fine.
Almost every Sunday.
It's not fine. You deserve what you get. You understand? If you come to a place, if someone comes out here saying, as your point, Islam is this, Islam is that, and know that there's a predominant group of young Muslim boys down here, and then you got attacked, that's your fault. You came for this.
All right. So if a group of youngsters got Tan on the floor, beat him till he nearly dead.
No one's saying that.
No, if that happened, did he deserve it?
Of course, he's walking into a lion's
then
den.
you're consistent.
He's stoking up. He's stoking up problems. I'm not saying one's better than the other, but when you walk into a lion's den and you get attacked, whose fault is it? It's not the lions. It's not the lions.
Yeah, it depends on the context.
No,
though.
there's no context.
No, I
Once
get
you
that.
walk into a place where there's no danger and you know it's dangerous, if something happens to you, it's your own fault.
Yeah, it depends on the situation.
But you guys want to make it, it's Islam against this. I'm not being that.
What
I
is
don't,
no?
you said I had a rhetoric. You said I have a sort of plan and some sort of EDL motive. No.
What do you mean?
You said I had a motive, an agenda.
So you took
Some
the
sort
agenda.
of, and I don't have an agenda.
It seems
I'm
like
saying
it. It seems like
how is it agenda if I say
because
you walk
you're not
into some
consistent.
place
You're not being
where
consistent. You're not being consistent.
Haven't I been consistent?
You have. You're not.
Recently, but I think the first part of the conversation.
No, because you've asked
you
the
said
right
nothing.
questions.
I've pulled the far right out of you. You weren't saying nothing about the far
No,
right.
because I was only talking about. I weren't in the space of talking. I never talk hypothetically. I only talk facts and reality. No, I was talking about when you get into if you walk into a situation where it's a predominantly one set of people who don't like you, are you going to want to go there? And then when something happens to you, are you going to think, oh, I didn't deserve this?
We're not talking about that.
No, I think that's the point.
Yeah, you
well,
wouldn't try to go there. That's my point. That's my point. You wouldn't try to go there.
I get that.
If
that
you
part
know
of it,
you had bare
but
weed in your
earlier on,
pocket
when we said,
and there's Jakes over there and there's no one over there, are you going to walk near the Jakes with bare weed in your pocket? No, you're not. Because you know they may stop you or they may not.
I agree. I wouldn't turn up. But some people would, and some people turn up, and there were, like I said to you, there was good dialogue on that day. There were far right people.
His point is, you know that day when the far right don't pay, none of the Muslims should have come to Speaker's Corner. That's his point. Do you agree with that? Yeah, there you go.
Because no, but this is a space that's not just for a rally, is it? This is a place where every Sunday people come and talk.
I'm telling
right?
you.
So what if the Muslims were on the separate side? Is that all right? And the far right thing was here, Muslims were here. Is that fine? Or they shouldn't be here at all?
Shouldn't be like that either. Should be everyone talking.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I'm
just
having
saying
good dialects. No more, none of this attacking that, attacking this. People come down there talk anti-Islamic stuff. You know why? Because Muslims flock to them like anything.
I agree.
You
we shouldn't give them energy. I get
you
that.
flock
I
to
get
them
that.
like anything.
But we're not talking about that.
No, but that's the
I get
thing.
that. I get that. I agree with you on that point.
This is why people
shouldn't give
like
these people energy. I
Raj,
get it.
like
Yes.
like Tan,
Yes.
they play you lot like fiddles. They just.
Yeah, I get that.
If I want to come in there, I'm bored. I'm gonna say something about Muslims. Oh, look, here it comes.
What you're doing is,
You're
bringing in
fiddles.
some
You
good
get-
points
you get
with
played
your.
like
You're
fiddles.
bringing in some
Yeah,
points.
you are making some good
You're
points.
making some good points,
Piper.
but you're
Hands
mixing
to
them all
Pied
up.
Piper,
You're
you
mixing
guys.
them all
Yeah,
up.
you're making some
You're
points.
making good
I
points.
agree with you. I'm with you on a lot of these
You're making
points.
some good points here. I agree with
But
you.
you must understand.
But you're mixing it all over the place.
Walking into this, coming down here on that day was rather questionable.
On Speaker's Corner, you mean?
On that day.
You in Speaker's Corner or the
on
Freedom
that-
event? Which
we're
one?
talking about
Speaker's Corner.
Speaker's Corner.
Okay.
Coming down that day
I disagree.
was very questionable.
I disagree. I
It was
disagree.
very
I think
questionable
we can be here as
because
well.
There was
This
too
is Speaker's
many-
Corner for
there was a lot
everyone.
of
This is the
people-
rhetoric that they
no,
say.
but there was
They
a
say
lot of
that.
people here that day.
Everyone, yeah.
There-
So why
Speaker's
can't we
Corner
come
is
here?
for everyone,
Yeah, and like I
but
said,
when
there
someone
were some
has a
far right
planned
people that had some
far-right
genuine
rally-
concerns.
Yes.
That Muslims had a good dialogue. There were,
Yeah.
I would say, there were 20 far right here, 20 Muslims here that were having like a tussle in the middle, from what I saw.
Yeah.
But there were some stuff going on.
And there was only one guy, far right guy, ginger guy, yeah, who threw 2-3 punches in the same day.
Yeah.
First, he started this. The guy who whacked Abdul Hamid, and then the one Abdul Hamid grabbed the stick off the guy, and then he, returned it back to them. And then he was talking about Uncle Omar, yeah. Everyone knew that he didn't intentionally whack the police officer. You know, it was out of shock. Like fighting was going on. He was defending the far. He whacked the far right guy. I saw that. Then when the police grabbed him from the back, he automatically thought it was one of them. So he went bang.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. And I've got no doubt that some Muslims behave badly on that day.
Yeah.
And if Mohammed Hijab isn't, he's not perfect. He's in a situation where he's got police on. He's got Muslims shouting here. He's got people shouting behind him.
Yeah.
He might have said a few words that might have been, he's a young man.
Yeah.
And,
But he's saying hold the line.
At the end of the
means a
day,
military.
where we disagree is he's saying his
But he didn't
intention.
say-
He's making out that Mohammed Hijab was there to stoke up some sort of trouble.
Yeah. No. He
When
wasn't
that
the
clearly,
antagonizer.
by any video you watch,
Yeah.
that clearly wasn't the
No
case.
way.
I think we've gone
But
around. We've gone around the house with our points.
And wearing the hat, UFC hat, is like it's like antagonizing them. Come on.
What?
Wearing the UFC hat is not like fueling
Bro, you
the
don't
fire.
know how many times that guy's come out and offered people out to UFC.
Now you're
fights.
moving on to the next thing.
But no, but that's what he does though.
Yeah, hold on a second.
That's his thing.
Hold on, but
That's
didn't he
his
apologize
thing.
for that? He
No,
did
but
that. He
that's
did
it.
though. But
To
you're
who?
going back in.
To who?
You're to the whole park. He apologized.
I didn't hear. I didn't hear.
See, you won't hear these things. You will see the other things. He apologized on COE. Everyone.
What are you looking for?
Huh?
What are you looking for?
I just want to see where can you show me on video when you said the far right lot chased the Muslims at the park. It looks bad on them, but where is that? I just want to see because we haven't seen it. Even COE and they haven't seen it.
I think my only issue with this, when we've been talking, we've been agreeing with a lot of points, but I think it's the fact that it was so. It wasn't anti-Islamic, his argument, but everything was against what the Muslims. He's holding the Muslims up to a standard, but the far right are just, they're there, freedom of speech, and if anyone turns up, they can beat them up. It was kind of a weird. That's where the agenda looks like it comes from.
Yeah. That's the thing we're getting from you, bro. When I said agenda,
I think he's anti-Mohammed hijab, not
not
anti-Islam.
You are.
I'm not
Do
anti-Mohammed
you wanna
hijab. I'll beat him up.
Here we go.
He'll get beat up. He'll get his head bust open wide.
Yeah.
Wide.
I said,
UFC,
now we got there,
anything.
man. Now we got there.
No.
So what, you want to challenge him to a UFC now?
I'll kill him.
Really?
He'll get battered. He don't know.
All right then.
He really
so you
doesn't
want to
know.
challenge Mohammed Hijab to MMA?
Yeah, any day.
So this is where this has all gone, man. If you said this at the
You
beginning,
You said it's a negative thing.
no.
Look at that.
we could have saved all this.
Go to COE,
I would have been the
innit?
promoter, man. I could have been.
Bro, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's not a long thing. It's not a long thing for me.
Yes.
You get me?
Oh.
It's not a long thing. All I'm saying is nothing. I've never said anything anti-Islamic. Nothing against the Quran. I said being down there.
You haven't.
Being down there was spark.
Yeah.
Was
why do you want to fight Mohammed Hijab? Why do you want to fight Mohammed Hijab?
Huh?
Why do you want to fight Mohammed Hijab?
Because he looks easy. And he offers it out too many times.
Alright.
Too many times he's offered it. I was like, rah,
But
I'll
you
fuck
said
him up.
that MMA, you've been like saying like he was wrong to do that, but now you're offering him out.
Huh?
I said you said that Mohammed Hijab was
No,
wrong.
because you know how many times he's offered it out down here.
But he was wrong though, yeah?
Huh?
You're saying that was wrong, isn't it?
Did I say that?
Yeah, but you said
I said he
that
offered Tommy Robinson out.
Yeah, but
I
know
said
that,
he
yes.
offered Tommy Robinson out. And what do you
There's
expect?
nothing-
What
that's
do you
nothing
expect
wrong with the
after you
legal-
offer the guy a fight and he's having a rally down here and people see that. What are they
No,
gonna
no,
think?
he didn't offer it that day. Hold on a second, he done it on a video,
What are you
bro.
gonna think?
No.
What are you gonna think?
But you said
Come
it was a
on,
wrong
his
thing.
supporters down here. You're challenging this guy to a fight.
Yeah, but you just said it's a negative thing. But you offered it. Now you're saying you bang him up.
What?
You said it's a negative thing. Yeah, offering people MMA fights, a legal MMA fight, not an
offering one
illegal
right now.
one.
You're
A legal.
offering one right now.
Now you offered him one out right
But
now.
he won't bother.
Huh?
He won't bother because he knows Tommy Robinson. He'll beat Tommy Robinson. Guy like me, he won't have a chance.
It's
Are you
fighting,
an MMA
it's fighting
fighter?
wrong.
Are you an MMA
It's fighting
fighter?
wrong.
I'm not going to tell her that.
Hold on,
I'm
is
not gonna
it
say
legal
nothing.
MMA fight? Is it
I'm
wrong?
not going to say nothing.
Is legal MMA fight? Is it wrong?
Of course they're not wrong.
Huh?
Of course they're not wrong.
Then
As long as it's
why
all
should
sanctions.
Mohammed Hijab fight people illegally on the street where it's illegal? And he's
No
been
one's
saying
saying to fight illegally. I said, why are you picking fights with the guy?
So that's angered you, and now
No,
when you see
no,
not angered
it
you,
hasn't
but,
angered me at all.
But when it seems to
It's
me
like-
when you see Mohammed Hijab now on screen, you're like, oh, this guy,
Yeah.
this guy, I'm
I
gonna
can
take
tell
him.
you
I'm
don't
gonna
like
take
him.
him.
Yeah. You don't like him.
This guy.
You just don't. I can tell you don't like him.
We didn't
I
need to have
I
this
didn't say I
chat,
don't
man.
like
I was
him.
wondering where it was coming from. There was an
I don't
agenda.
say anything
There was
to
an
you.
agenda.
My
Seems
energy.
like it.
There you go again, reading energies of people. There you go. That's.
So am I wrong?
That's,
Am I wrong? Tell me, am
that's
I wrong?
spiritualism, you know that, saying you're reading energy on people.
That's funny.
That's spiritualistic.
That's funny.
Oh, man, I can see your
Spiritualism.
energy. Your vibes are all weird, man. Oh, your vibes are. Woo!
I saw you funny. I
No,
saw you. I like you.
your vibes are different, man.
Oh, man, I
That's
wish
all-
I knew this was all about a fight. We just spoke for about an hour, man.
All about a fight. This isn't all about a fight. This is all about not getting yourself into certain situations
Yeah.
that could get your head kicked in. That you can predominantly get people in trouble and put people's lives in danger.
Have you got a gum shield?
Huh?
Have you got a
Yeah.
gum shield?
Do you do MMA fights then?
I'm not telling you nothing.
Well, legally, I'm talking about, not illegally.
Yeah.
Legally.
Huh?
Legally.
I'm not talking about anything illegal. I'm not trying to set you up.
See, this is where you like say nothing and leave the expectations to the fight day.
So when you fight and you win, what are you going to say at the end? You're like, right, that's it. That's for What's the point? What's the point when you win?
What's the point?
Yeah. What are you going to say?
Bragging rights. It's bragging rights, you know, that's it. That's all it is.
I think we got there in the end. Is that end of chat, you reckon?
Yeah.
We can put it on.
It was a pleasure,
we can put it on
It was a pleasure.
pay-per-view.
Anyway,
Pay-per-view TV.
I just want to say, you know about the deaf, dumb and blind thing. I didn't mean it the way you took it at first. Yeah. You understand what I said though, yeah?
Yeah. I don't like being blamed for trying to be some. You're saying, "Oh, this guy's got some agenda. He's a this. He's a that."
No. But that's the vibe I'm getting from you.
See, there you go again, reading vibes and doing all that hippiness.
I see you crack me up as well, man.
I get the vibe, but you get the vibe, but you're not listening to the words. You know, it doesn't. I haven't said anything.
Even your words.
I haven't said anything Islamophobic, have I?
I didn't say that.
No, but you're saying you give me the vibe. You know. And there's people out here who are blatantly Islamophobic. They don't, and like, you know, what's the deal?
We get vibes off them too,
This
man.
guy, you should have your own channel. I'm scared to go for words, mate. You should have your own channel. I'm not joking.
Because it won't do well because it's not an anti-Islamic channel. That's why it won't do well.
I know you're jokes.
I'm telling you, that's why I'll get 0 views.
That's a good point.
No, you won't.
That's a good point.
I swear you can make people laugh. Trust me.
No. I'll get
No,
0.
you should.
No, this stand-up comedy anyway, so.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder. No wonder you got
stand-up
that.
comedy anyway. But all I'm saying, that's why I wasn't trying to be in any way. If anyone feels at home that I was being slightly anyway Islamophobic, I understand it's not that. It's never that.
Yeah.
All I'm
I
saying
don't
is
get that.
stoking
I don't get
being.
that, like,
all I'm saying is
I get certain
it was
type
me
of-
sounding like I'm more concerned about his health because he went to somewhere where there could have been more. It could have gotten worse. And when at the Freedom Talk, it could have been even worse than it turned out. So in one respect, it's me talking about his safety. But you somehow warped it into like,
Do you come to the park a lot?
Yeah.
Because I can see how people's views of Muslims can be a bit tainted by some of the Muslims here at the park.
No, but I know Muslims since I was growing up. I knew Muslims before 9/11. You get me? And that's a different Muslim to now.
Yeah,
That's a
but
completely different
I know, but it's
Muslim.
not fair. You know, some of the Muslims come here and behave in a bad way. You can't blame.
I
other
never
Muslims.
judge.
No, I'm not saying you, but some people do
No,
that.
please,
Some people
I
do
just
that.
need people at home to understand this is not what you're trying to portray.
All right, okay.
as.
Just can you tell it then. Say it.
What?
If
They
you
just
think
saw
I'm-
me say it.
Okay, all right, good.
You know,
I don't want you to think I'm putting like I'm
yeah,
trying
I
to
don't
make
need
you
to
look
put
bad.
me in them Tommy Robinson, Raj sort of scenario where I'm there going, Tommy. No, fuck that guy. Because he'll bust my ass if he catches me in the wrong area myself. You understand?
Yeah.
Half those people there, a third of the EDL don't even would like to leave me hanging. They'll leave me hanging on the tree. You get me? So I know bare Accs. I've grown up around bare Muslims. I've broken fast with bare man them. You get me? Even though I'm not Muslim, I still sit down.
What religion? Just to be anything?
Christian.
Oh, okay.
I come from a time where back in the day when it was Muhammad's birthday, it was a street party.
Whose birthday?
When Muhammad's birthday, the Prophet.
Oh, Muhammad,
Yeah.
a prophet.
Yeah, when it was his birthday,
Oh,
it
some
was a
people do
big.
thingy,
The whole of London was all parties, all shops are opening up, give out free drinks. Different story it is now. It's a whole different rhetoric.
I don't think you're Islamophobic. I don't want to come across that way.
Yeah,
I
don't know as
chatting
well.
to you.
I just think you have, like I said, because I think your Christian side is coming out.
No, it's not. No, because that's the thing. I never mentioned his religion, his faith, or how his Islamic ways pushed him to that way. I didn't say anything.
You know,
I left it totally plain.
I sense that you're a bit fed up that maybe there's so many Muslims at the park.
No,
I don't know, because you seem to have this view on them. That was,
No, I don't
it's
have.
It's not Islamophobic.
No,
but it's
I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I said those 2 incidents. You were just trying. It was a bit of a stoker to the flames.
Don't get me wrong. Let me say something. Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Listen.
It was a bit of a stoker because people were there. You know about how the far right are.
And
They're always
if a black
looking
person
for.
turned up and got beaten up, is that also you'd say it's your fault for going there?
Yeah, what are you going there
Okay.
for?
You're
Listen,
consistent
I
with
understand that. I understand that point of view. When you said that
I'm
when we three
consistent.
went there, I get that. It wasn't a clever thing to do. I get where you're coming from. Don't think I don't get that.
Yeah.
Even Mohammed Hijab and all of us,
Yeah.
if we can go back in time, we won't go.
you.
We agree with that. I can see
That's
that side.
it.
I
That's
get
all
that
I'm
side.
saying. They should have been there. They should have kept themselves safe and come back for another day and had the topic discussion.
Kayla, the white man is a Muslim. His name's Jordan.
Who's that? What's the name?
It's Kayla. She goes, big up to the white man.
Big up to the white man.
He's a Muslim brother.
Salam alaikum.
I'm not trying to. I've never ever mentioned. I'll reiterate this. I've never ever mentioned anything.
I'm not sure. Would Mohammed Hijab not come then? Because my understanding is, and correct me if I'm wrong, his intention was he knew that there'll be a lot of young Muslims here, and he took it upon himself to come down and cross it. That's my understanding, and I think that's a noble thing to do. That's my. I know you don't like the guy.
It's not about the guy.
Negative
It's not
perception.
about the guy. It's like every time it's like crazy guy offering out fights. I'm like, you know what? Be there. Say that when I'm there one day. Say that when I'm there.
Okay.
Say that when I'm there one day. And I'm not like the other guys because he's offered out Sarah. He's offered out.
He offered a bully. You know, bullying people.
He's offered them out. It's like, okay, because you're tall. Because you're tall, you think you can offer them out.
But you know, was that after? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was that at the time? Because I was watching Speaks Corner at that time. That Mohammed Tawhid was here, and Sarah came down with a ting or something with about like this.
I got the thing. But afterwards they're trying to make it.
Do you know who said you got the thing?
Who said that? Was it?
Oh,
It's me that said it.
Oh dear. Do you want to come out? Do you want to go in
Do you
front?
know why I said that?
Why?
Because he usually wears a shirt and all that.
Yeah, he came blacked out, gloves.
What is a ting?
everything.
What is a ting?
the gun.
A gun.
Nice.
It's a
Kind
drink.
of-
It's a lemonade drink. Ting,
Pineapple
by
drink.
ting, yes. And we were
That's why I
checking.
meant it's great.
He was thirsty.
So
He
you
was
came
taking,
down with
yo,
Sarah as a group to confront Mohammed Tawhid?
Yeah,
Film, yeah.
They just came to film. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So,
And he was saying he got the
man
ting
was
because
standing
they
there
were
with Sarah
thirsty.
anyway, but
Yeah.
basically, man said, alright, you got the ting.
Yeah.
Drunk ting, yeah.
Yeah.
All of you cunts, yeah, been fucking running that around the world for ages, bruv. Enough man had told me, bruv, I really thought man had a ting. I really thought man was going to come down to drink. What are you talking about?
but
You're talking about Sarah.
But hang on a minute, that's all on video. You're making it sound like it was just a joke. Sarah actually approached Mohammed Tawhid and was actually, from what I gather, so I'm going to take your head off and all this. So don't make it sound like it's some kind of a...
It's not, but,
and take back the cunt
He
comment.
said, I'm going to rip your heart out or something, bro.
Yeah, so you're painting out like some kind of children's program.
Be real.
no,
Yeah,
remember.
I am being real. The point I was making to this guy was that Sarah was causing a bit of trouble, and Mohammed.
No. You're saying that Sarah was causing trouble with Mohammed Tawhid.
There was trouble between them.
So you're saying there was just trouble between them. No. What happened here is my man, first of all, told him to come down. I'll knock you out. He's a pussy, so I was sending the message to come down. Yeah, I witnessed that myself. Yeah.
Let's not get
the week
talk
after.
about this on camera. Yeah. Anyway, guys, Assalamu alaikum. I'm gonna end this now. No, this is not. Can you ask him to convert?
Ask who?
Said, can you convert who? Oh.
Convert who?
Anyway, guys, I'll go live from the car later on.
Yeah, I know.
He's already a Muslim, the white guy.